So I've had my Shark about a year now, so I decided to put together a little review video for anybody considering getting one of these robotic floor vacuums. When my wife first bought it, I thought it was a total waste of money, but I'll tell you right now, if it were to break today, I would buy another one before the end of the day. They're that handy, I love it, and I'll tell you a little bit about it today. This is the complete Shark vacuum robot, complete with the base station, the robot itself, and it does need to be by an outlet so that it can power and charge it up. We keep our base station in the front hall. We got a port on the bottom there, so it empties the robot into a trash bin that you should probably empty every couple of days. Really depends on how dirty your house is. You can actually empty it even while the vacuum is running. You just gotta push this button down, slide out this container. I'll show you how I empty it now. All right, so I'll just walk this thing over to my trash can, open it up, and let it all dump into this container. As you can see, it just falls out. That's one day. On this side, there's actually an air purifier. So we have a lot of dog dander. So all the air that goes through this thing when it's sucking out of the robot from that bottom port, any extra dust is all collected in here. So about once a month, you want to pull out that filter. And I just wash this in the kitchen sink. So actually it's kind of filled up with dog dander right now, so I'll clean that. Just gotta wash it with soapy water and then plug it back in. This is our security detail, and although they do a good job guarding the house, they do actually create a lot of dander and hair, which our robot cleans up every day. After washing this with soapy water, I'll just let it air dry before I put it back in the base unit. All right, once this is dry, you can just drop it back down and push it in, but there's a little bit of debris in there, and so I'm just gonna, I can't show you, but I mean, you can kind of get the idea. I'm gonna clean this, clean off the sides of that and everything before I drop the filter back down in it. And actually, I forgot, there is one more filter, kind of like a vacuum cleaner down there at the bottom, so I might as well give this a little rinse before I put that back down in there too, just to keep everything in good shape. Okay, so with this filter clean, I'll drop that guy down inside there. Got that. Now I will slide this filter back down inside and just get it nice and centered at the bottom. And then I can flip the lid closed. And you can see I've got everything put back together before the robot finished our bedroom. Another thing I really like is this thing goes under the bed. We used to have dust everywhere underneath all of our beds because we just didn't vacuum underneath them that often. This thing goes under the beds every single day. Our house has a fairly large first floor, so having one of these vacuums makes a lot of sense for us. One of the first things the Shark will do when you turn it on is it will run and map your house. Once it maps your house, if there's areas that you want it to stay away from, for example, we don't want it going underneath our wood stove, you can actually use the iPhone app and you can create a shorter boundary at that part of the room so that it will go near something like a wood stove, but it won't go underneath it. So it's really easy to use, and it's a nice feature. If your house does have steps down into different rooms, the robot cannot go downstairs. But you don't have to worry about it sailing off the edge or even falling downstairs, because the robot does have what are called cliff detectors. So it'll stop automatically if it starts to go over the edge before it falls, but also it will clean right up to that edge and all along it, because again, the robot senses the edge and cleans along it without going over the edge. Here you can see the cliff detector won't let the vacuum fall off a ledge. And you don't really have to get out of the way if this thing's vacuuming. If you do happen to step in front of it, it'll just bump into you and then go around you. I told you this was going to be a short review on the Shark vacuum. Last time I checked, the price of these is about $400. It is a lot of money, but at 8 a.m. after the kids leave for school, the entire first floor is vacuumed. To me, that's a solid investment. If you guys have any questions, just leave them below and I'll try and answer them.